two reasons why opposition took today's debate. One, proposition failed to truly credit the sufferings and the constrictions they are faced by the poor in today's society. They disingenuously asserted that parents only care about money, they never for the long-term benefits and education of their children. Firstly, we told you that that's just outright discrimination of the poor that no one in today's house should stand for. But second, opposition was more sympathetic to the predicaments and the nuances that these people face. All the benefits of proposition's policy were predicated on the premise that these people can even survive beyond today to enjoy these benefits in the first place. Opposition cares more for the people who, even after sending their children to school, even after becoming eligible for the welfare and proposition, still cannot survive with the welfare that is provided. Opposition better provides for these people because we allow them to both receive unconditional welfare on our side and the income stream from their children, which is just nice and sometimes barely even enough for them to survive. The logic is simple, Mr. Speaker. If they go to school, they don't earn the money required to keep the entire family alive. They are dead by then. There is no paradigm in which these children can even enjoy the benefits of education on proposition, where they don't even get to survive beyond today, where they don't even get to survive without the welfare that is provided on our side. So second, how opposition was able to help further the long-term goals and interests of the children in today's society. We told you that our side was the one who breaks children out of poverty cycle much better. When the parents are completely willing to send their children to school, but they can't. We give them unconditional aid and the ability to continue getting the income stream from the children so they reach a sustainable level of income and financial capabilities from which then can they finally send their children to school to enjoy the benefits of education and finally break out of the poverty cycle. Because on our side, when we give them unconditional aid and they finally gain the ability to barely survive in the first place before they can finally get the education and break out the poverty cycle. We also told you how our side betters society discrimination and eradicates these stereotypes for children in the long term on our side. Because on the disenfranchised minorities, even on the females in society, our side was much better. When we don't force these children into schools and let them be susceptible to the discrimination of society, to the constraints that their parents impose on them when they take away their schoolwork, when they come home from school and are forced by their parents to continue working. That's when proposition opens up the opportunity for them to fail and therefore reinforce the societal stereotypes that are prevalent in society. On our side, we ensure that these people achieve a sustainable level of survival, when they can finally survive without having to slog their day off after coming back from school. That's when they can truly put all their focus and attention on school, they complete their schoolwork, they can go for enrichment classes, when they don't have to worry about what they're going to be able to put on the table for that dinner that night. That's when they're truly able to enjoy the benefits of education. I'm so proud to oppose.
The only reason why the grass is greener on opposition side is because this grass is fake. We see that for today's debate, side opposition has painted an extremely unfair picture of welfare, right? About how they say that despite the fact that our policy from first speaker has already talked about how we're going to give welfare to these other countries, they paint to us pictures about freezing families and about children not being able to meet the bare minimum and going to starve and die within when they live, right? We see that this is precisely not the case, and today I'm going to tell you why side opposition has won the debate on two extremely important clashes. Firstly, about which side is better able to cater for the well-being of families, and second, about which side is better able to further social change. So moving on to my first point, right, about the well-being of families, and I'll analyze this in two terms, in the short term and in the long term. So firstly, in the short term, right, and this is how side opposition has told us time and time again, has bashed us for saying that, oh, the other side is going to lead to freezing families and children not being able to survive and stuff. Okay, firstly, right, we say that this is not mutually beneficial on their side. Right? We see what happens is that on both sides, we give welfare to these sorts of families. And so that when you give welfare given by the state is given in such a way that there's some sort of minimum standard that you can be met when you get these sorts of welfare. The fact that government gives welfare for these people is for these people to have a certain standard of living, right? They're not going to give people like insufficient money such that they're going to like freeze and die, right? That's the reason why welfare exists in the first place. We see that what happens is that on their side, their family is. So we see that on their side, right? Whatever points they have about freezing families and about children dying, which is an extremely important part of the case, completely false, right? And we see that this is something that we've talked about in prop bench for the entire two speakers, completely ignored by them. And we see that that's when they say that the families in a bad state on our side, we see that it's even worse on their side. Because at least what happens, right, is that on our side there's going to be more children that has education, something that they've conceded to. And we see that leads to the impact in the long term, right? Because we see that what happens is that they talk to us about how there's not going to like primary school doesn't mean that they're going to be like get jobs and have further education, right? We say okay, fine. We say on their side, children are not even going to go to school at all. We say at least on our side, because of this policy, children go to school, and this means that there's a higher likelihood for children in order to get the further education that they need, in order to get the benefits of like getting higher education, getting more qualification, or to get jobs in the first place. We see what happens on their side. Children are never going to school. They talk about focusing on school. We see that you focus on school and you don't even go to school in the first place. We see that it's on our side where the benefits of education are accrued, and we see that it's on our side where it's sustainable, right? Because of the fact that what happens is on their side, they talk about how children are supposed to like work in their families and how they like are supposed to give sort of income, right? What's going to happen is that because they don't go to school, for generations and generations, these children slog, and these children go and like scuba dive to get fish, and they're not going to have some sort of change, right? On our side, when these children go to school, they're going to be able to get out of the poverty cycle, which has been completely my substandard has been completely unrebutted by Dadc, right? We see that what happens is that these children are going to go to school and they're able to like get some sort of like education that helps them to go out of the poverty cycle. Now, secondly, about my point of social change, right? And we talk about gender inequality and we talk about how on our side there's going to be like sexism against girls, right? But how girls are going to be seen as like stupid and stuff, especially when they do badly in school. But we see that what happens is that this discrimination happens on both sides of the house. We see this on our side. These girls get to go to the school in the first place, and they're able to accrue some sort of benefits, and that's why they're better able to succeed in their life. So because of all user, I'm so proud to propose and let the motion stand. Thank you.